Hey, hey, we're back again. Hey, how are you? Hopefully, you're feeling good, powerful, and energetic. Let's check the live. Am I live? Live? Yes, I am. Okay, let me hear my voice. I can speak? Live? Okay. Yes, I am. Okay. This is sometimes, this is how I check my audio. So I see if it's working or not. So, yes, gorgeous people. Here we go again. Now, uh, as you might know or you don't know, my favorite website for grammar, speaking, listening, vocabularies, you name it. I really prefer BBC, British Council Learning English. It is amazing. Okay, so now we will go to exercises and understand the sentence, talk about the sentence and everything. Okay, where I'm jumping? Yes, here. Okay. Are you ready for some action, ladies and gentlemen? Okay. Here we have relative clauses defining relative clauses. Okay, so let's do the exercises together. Are you here? Are you here? Can you hear me, ladies and gentlemen? Can I see thumbs up and everything? Thumbs up. Can I see thumbs up? Energy. Yes. Miss Elena, welcome. That's yes. I want thumbs up. No, I'm joking. It's good. Thank you. Okay. Yes. Okay, upper intermediate, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Here we've got the woman blank called said she'd ring again later. The woman called said she'd ring again later. Which one? Which one and why? The woman. Remember, here there is no. Yes, thank you. Here there is no comma because it's. Yes, can I hear you? It's defining. Thank you, yes. Who? One of the people, blank, I admire the most is Nelson Mandela. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for your participation. Appreciate it. One of the people, blank, I admire the most is Nelson Mandela. Which one? Which one the sentence? My hair is quite messy today. Which one do you think? Who and whose? Why who and why whose? Who can explain that to me? Why are you using who and why whose? I need an explanation. We need to talk about it so that we can dig deep to the to our answers. Why we are answering the way we are answering. So why whose and why who? Any explanation? Mr. Adil, Miss Hilal, any explanations for your answers? Why did you pick this? Why did you pick that? Explain, please. Remember, one of the people. This is the noun. We've got the adjective pronoun. Then we've got the adjective clause. So why are we using who and why? Miss Elena said there is no object, so we don't use whose. Okay, so we are using who. Okay, I'm choosing your answer, so we will see in the end. Maybe you are wrong, maybe you are right. Okay, so okay, thank you. Who? Okay, this is capital who. Okay, thank you. Moving on. For another example, that the man blank daughter is a professional footballer. Which one? Which one? That's the man blank daughter is professional footballer. Miss Elif, why who? And Mr. Adil and Mr. Tutuku, I'm sorry, Miss Tutuku, why whose? Hit me with the reasons. Who? What do you think? I'm sorry, Mrs. Tutku. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, why? Why it's whose and why it's who? Do you have any reasonable explanation? Any explanation? Okay. I think who's because we are. Thank you, Miss Hilal. Whose? Let's see. Where is the book Paul lent you? The book is the thing. Thank you. Yep. Exactly. Thank you, Miss Hilal. Exactly. Which, that, we can use both. Remember? Which and that, we can use both. So where is the book? So which or that? I will do an election. I love democracy. So we have how many which? Which? Oh, this is basically all which. Okay. We have three that, and four which. Okay, which? Let's do it. I'm looking for something will clean glass. I'm looking for something will clean glass. My hair is a mess. I'm looking for something. A blank will clean glass. Which one? Which one we will use and why? That. Which that? Which that? Okay, I'm looking for something that will clean glass. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that. We will choose that. Let's go. The day blank they met was her birthday. Thank you, guys. I appreciate your all answers. Thank you. Thank you a lot. And very impressive explanation too. So, the day blank they met was her birthday. So, it's when because it's a time. Yes? Nice. Okay, moving forward. The park blank I go running is really peaceful. That one is easy too. I assume, I suppose. Yes, Mrs. Tutku. Yes, thank you. I'm a fast learner, Mrs. Do you see? Very nice. Where, boom, boom, boom. This is where. Agreed. Moving on. That's exactly the information. Here comes the confusing adjective pronoun. Which one is the confusing one we talk about on our earlier hour? It's between which, between where and which and that. That's exactly the information that I needed. That's exactly the information which I needed. This exact information what I needed. Really? Yo. What? What? There is no what. I am seeing so much that. I'm voting for that too. Let's do it. Okay. Okay. It's done. We will check our answers. Not that or which, I don't know why. It can be both, no problem. There is no rule, there is no regulation that makes you use something and not use the other. At least you can make a sense of what you're saying. So it's done here. I will press finish and I will see your answers and your answers and the result. We'll see the results. Doğru yanlış, no? Okay, I guess we have 16, but I can... this is a continuation. This is half. The other half we will finish later. Let's check our answers. First one is correct. Second one is correct. Fourth one is correct. Here, correct, 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 correct. Okay. This is for you. This is for you. Pretty good job. Pretty good job. Thank you. Pretty good job. Appreciate the hard work. Thank you, guys. Now we are jumping to a grammar test 2. Grammar test 2. Here we have a grammar test 2 we will start with. And I need you with me too, okay? Why I am not seeing anyone clapping? You need to clap. Salute yourself. You worked hard. Yes? Okay. Which, that. Thank you. Guys, make sure to follow our Instagram page, Justenglish Instagram page. Please, make sure to follow up. Everything there. Information, Herkese, and subscribe to. Okay, continue. We have so much answers, my god, amazing. The film we saw last week was awful. That, which, that, which, that, which, that. Guys, you can use anyone you want. The film which we saw last week was awful. The film that we saw last week is that it can be middle. Okay, let me choose. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm choosing which. You know, guys, this is nice. Look, you see, there is multiple. Okay, let's use both. That and which. Okay, don't be angry at me. I will use that and which together because there is so much answers here. Let's do. Second one. That's the hospital. That's the hospital I was born. So it is. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. It's easy. It's easy. Come on. You can do it. Which one? I want to thank you all, Miss Walt, Miss Siple, Miss Hilal, Mr. Mechanis, Mr. Gökhan, Mrs. Tutuku, Mr. Adil, Miss Melis, Miss Adanur, Mr. Sulchuk. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate the hard work. And we have where, and Walt, where, just like W, H, and R. This is it. Finish. Thank you. Where? Thank you. Next. The doctor, blank I usually see, doesn't work there anymore. Okay? The doctor I usually see doesn't work there anymore. Which one? Yes, obviously. Thank you. Number 2. The week, blank, they were in Edinburgh was lovely and sunny. When? Okay. Do we have another when so that we can wrap up? Okay. Do you know where is Edinburgh? Edinburgh? Or Edinburgh? Edinburgh. It's like this, yes. Where is this? Anyone knows? Yesterday we took it with elementary. Can you guess? With elementary, where is Edinburgh? No, I don't think. No, I don't think so. Who were there yesterday on my elementary lesson? Ah, England. I don't know. I'm not sure. Is it England or Scotland? Ah, yeah, look. I remember a little. This is we took yesterday in elementary. Look, you learned so much from elementary. I told you. So much information with elementary. Yes. Scotland. Yes. Okay, next. That's the woman blank bought my old car. Scotland, tabi, yeah. I don't know so much Turkish, I just know tabi. So, that's the woman blank bought my old car. That's the woman blank bought my old car. What we should write here? Who? Miss Sepil, Miss Walt, Miss Adanur, Mr. Mekanis, Mr. Hilal, Mr. Adil, Miss Sultan, Mr. Sultan, Mr. Sulchuk, Mr. Thank you, guys. Okay, this is it. I close my eyes and I choose who. I close my eyes and choose who. Come on. Next. He called a plumber. Okay, be careful here. B is silent. B is silent. Don't say Blumber yok. Çok yanlış. Valla. You say blummer or blummer. British, American, the way you want it, you know. Okay, so he called a plumber blank he found online. Who? Are you sure? This is how I confuse you. Are you sure? He called the plumber that he found online. Maybe? Okay. Mrs. Tutku, she say whose? Anyone support Miss Tutku? Mrs. Tutku, I am sorry. Anyone support Mrs. Tutku? She said whose? I don't know. This is an answer with a question. So is it that or it's not that? So which one do you think here? I see so much guys answered with who. You sure who? Can I know why who? Why who? Mrs. Tutku, why whose? Why whose? I want explanation. Well, it is. It might be there is a bit confusion between now and then, so it's good. Confusion makes us understand more after explaining, of course. So why who? And Mrs. Tutku, why whose? Do we need to know that? Because there is an object. Okay. Whose, we use it for position. So it can be position here, like he called plumber whose he found online. So, okay, Miss Hilal, they say who. Okay. We will press who. The sentence talk about his, so we can use who. We can use who. So you are not sure, like we can use who or we cannot. We will choose who for now, and we will continue and we will check our answers. No problem. Number 9. They ate at a restaurant. Blank serves only vegan dishes. Serves only vegan dishes. Brackets. Amazing. Okay. Anyone says where? Okay, we have Mrs. Tutku. She say which? Miss Sepel. She say that. We have that. We have which, that, where. Oh my god. Now people got confused. Which one? Mr. Selçuk, double E. Like where? Okay. I will press that because some of you said that, and let's see here. Where, this is 2 where, 3 where, 4 where, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and 5. Okay. Which or where, which? Which? There is no which, but I think this is which. Which? No. You have first letter wrong. Now you have the before the last wrong. What's going on, Mr. Herman? So, are you sure or not sure? Is it that or which? And why? Very good, Mr. Herman. Why is it? Why is it that? Why is it where? Why is it which? Why, and why? Any explanation? I want an explanation. Can you help me out? My voice is bad, but I'm trying to do my best. Which one and why? You chose, each one of you chose a specific adjective pronoun, but why? Are you depending on a grammar or you're depending on the sense of the sentence? They ate at a restaurant. Which serves? That serves? Where serves? Where? I don't think so. For me, okay, this is what I think. Because it is about a restaurant's food, not location of the place. So, yes, Miss Hilal. No, Miss Adanur. Yes, yes. They are talking about the food, correct? However, mistakes can occur, so it's very good. Which and that. In this case, we are not confused. We can use anyone, so let's use both. And moving on. Remember here in BPC, you can use multiple or two answers because they are correct. You can put that or which, no problem. However, we can't use where because they are talking about food. Thank you, Ms. Hilal. The passengers' blank flights were cancelled, got a refund. Refund, which means they take their money back. The passengers' flights were cancelled, got a refund. Mr. Mekanis says who? Is there any other answers that we can see? Are you sure not? Who? This is how I know the answer is correct. When I see who in our live chat. Here we have whose and whose and whose. It's possession. Let's understand the sentence with each other. The passengers' flights were cancelled, got a refund. So basically, he's talking about the passengers. However, he's talking about their flights, which they were cancelled. So it can be a position because the flight belongs to the passengers. This is why most of you chose whose, I guess. And you chose who because a passenger can be a person. That's the other way around of understanding it, yes? Okay, so do you think who? Let's use both. I will choose Look, this is the funny thing. This is the funny thing. There is only one answer for this question. You can deselect your answer and choose another one. Okay? This is the fun part about it. Here we chose two answers. There were no problem. And now we are very sure they are correct. However, this one, you must select just one. So whose or, sorry, Mr. BBC. Whose or who? Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, and we have whose approximately 5. Okay, the passengers whose flights were cancelled. I'm sorry, guys. It is whose. However, we don't know. We will check the answers now. 1, 2, 3, go. This one is correct. Again, it's about the position. Thank you for who said? Someone of you said about position. I think Miss Hilal mentioned about position. I'm going back in comments. I need to appreciate your hard work and dedication. However, I can't find the sentence, but yes. Oh. No, I am wrong. Yeah. Elpay talked to us about the position. And also Miss Hilal, she said if we talk about the man, we use who. A man, I believe here, is a person. So this one is correct. Those guys are both correct because we discussed that before. We said which and that it can be together. There is no problem. However, choose which one you want. If you choose that, it's correct. If you choose which is correct, no problem. English is so like this. So there is no problem because there is so much exception in the grammar and in the English in general. There is always exceptions. Who? The plumber. This is correct. Here we've got who, correct, 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 and double correct. Now remember that and which, they are always together and you can use them the way that you want, which one you use. However, don't use that because it will be confusing for the reader. Make your writing less confusing and we can do it perfectly together. Now, it's 38. I've got probably like, I don't know, 12 minutes. So let's take this 12 minutes to, let's say, if you have any questions, let's take questions for 5 minutes, and 5 minutes maybe you can give me examples. So do you have any questions, any wonderings about this or anything? Are you want to enhance yourself better way with English? Do you think grammar is important? Do you have problem with the grammar? What do you think, guys? What do you think? Any questions? Any questions or concerns? Anything? Let's see. That's basically all about the relative clause or adjective clause, as some of the books actually write this for us. So, is there anything you want to ask? Is there any, let's say, this sentence that we are earlier on first hour we discussed? Is there anything that it can be confusing for you? Anything? Anything? If not, we will read little notes about the BBC because they have their own notes here, which is good. A grammar explanation they have. Apparently you have nothing. Okay. Let's do this for our minutes. Now you understand basically everything. Now we are going to read an extra information that might help us out with our adjective clauses. So a grammar explanation here related to us give us information about the person or thing mentioned. About a person or thing mentioned. That's what we talked about earlier. Which and that for a thing. And the person we use who, and the others. Defining relative clauses give us essential information. Now, defining relative, remember I said to you about defining where you can't use comma. He say here give you an essential information, and this is like curved essential, which is information that you are really need when you are using them. Information that tell us who or what we are talking about. Okay, so what I did here, sorry. Okay, yes, let me zoom back. Okay, here. So here he say, remember we talk about modifying and defining. So defining relative is basically information that you really need important. He's like, for here you have two examples also. As much as you read examples, as much as you comprehend the idea how to use them, they will not be a problem for you. The woman who lives next door works in a bank. The woman who lives next door works in a bank. Those are essential information. These are the flights that have been cancelled. That and who. The highlighted and also the bold letters are the relative clause. He say here, we usually use a relative pronoun or adverb to start at defining a relative clause: who, which, that, when, where, or whose. Now here he's discussing with you who and what. That's just extra information for you. We can use who or that to talk about people. That is more common and a bit more informal. Okay? Basically, that's what I think. That is informal, who is formal. In English, there is so much into it, and there is so much formal and informal. So here, what he said, that is more a bit informal. Which and that. Remember, I said to you that is a confusing because it's coming everywhere, you know? We can use which or that to talk about things. That, here we go again, is informal. There was a 1-year guarantee which came with the TV. There were a 1-year guarantee. Remember, we are talking about defining relative clauses, so basically there is no comma whatsoever. The laptop that I bought last week has started making a strange noise. And when you write, remember, exclamation mark, period. Okay, those are important as a writer. This website is the BBC British Council Learning English. BBC British Council Learning English. It's very good. I really recommend it for all my students because it's very important. Other pronouns. We can refer to a time. When. Summer is the season when I'm happiest. I don't know about you, but people here in Turkey, as much as I ask all the people, they say, I love summer. I adore summer. I don't know what's wrong, but... Where can refer to a place, as we know. That's the stadium where Real Madrid play, which is, of course, Santiago Bernabéu. Whose refers to the person that something belongs to. Something belongs to. Basically, as he mentioned earlier, whose is belonging to something or a position, and who for a person, an individual. That's basically what's all about. Don't get yourself very confused about them. As he said here, who's referred to the person that something belongs to. He's a musician whose albums have sold millions. Omitting the relative pronouns. Sometimes we can leave out, so now you have a clear view of what is omitting. That relative pronouns, for example, we can usually leave out who, which, or that. Mrs. Tutku. I am sorry for that, because I didn't prepare so much exercises because it's not that confusing topic. However, I've got something about whom that we discussed earlier. I don't know if you were here. This one. Sorry. Here. We're coming up. Then we are going down. And we are going like this. Okay. This sentence, I don't know if you were here. We talked the earlier hour, the previous hour. We talked about whom here. This is a simple example, and you can actually give me an examples if you like after seeing this example. The eccentric billionaire about whom the public knows little donated. Because that is really common and really confusing for so much people, so that we can use it everywhere. It's like this. However, there is some cases you can't use it, you know. The eccentric billionaire about whom the public knows little. Whom, always and generally, whom comes as an object. Yes. And who, subject. This is the only difference, the actual difference about grammar that I can give you about who and whom. This comes as a subject, this one comes as an object. So here, the eccentric billionaire about whom the public knows little donated millions of charity. Now you want about who, I believe? Who? This is who here. Here we have a sentence with who. Yeah, I guess, yeah. But because it's time for questions and answers, so it's no harm of answering any question or any concerns regarding our topic for today. So we basically finished, so that's why I'm heading back. Many students in Mrs. Reynolds' class who went on the field trip. Who, for people, for a person, for a human. So who belongs to the students. The students underlined here. So basically this is the underline. Of course, Mrs. Tutku. Of course, Mrs. Tutku. No problem. Miss Sipel, just like she wanted to be helpful and she wanted to tell you that we've been through that earlier hour, but no problem for me. This is my job. I love my job. This is what I'm doing. So focus with me, don't worry. Who, basically we use it with people, individuals, with person. So for example here, and we discussed also that because here who is adding information, because of the adding information we put the comma here and here. So who goes with the students. I am underlining students because this is the noun that we need in order to identify, to modify, sorry, in order to modify the information after. So which adjective pronoun I should use here? I should use who, as here mentioned, because the students are a person, are a man and a human. The sentence is a bit confused because in this sentence we use actually two adjective pronouns, two relative clauses inside them, and it's after reading it's not that important. However, here this who is adding information, which means if I delete it just like this, it will make sense and it is no problem whatsoever. My students in Mrs. Reynolds' class are homesick with the flu that's going around. However, we have only one adjective pronoun and that's what all we need. And the information after the adjective pronoun is essential. So here we are defining. There is no comma needed, so there is no comma here. Yes, not very difficult. It's very easy, just you need to practice them as much as possible so that you can comprehend the full idea of what we were, what the relative clause is. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, today is up. Today is done for us. I want to thank you so much. I really love the energy. I really love the initiative. I loved your answers. I loved your explanation of your answers. I love how much you are comprehending this topic. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your hard work. And please stay safe. And please wash your hands as much as possible. Stay 1 meter, 3 feet long from all the people that you see outside when you go for shopping, when you go for your essential needs. And please stay safe, be healthy, and always practice your English. It's very important. It's a universal language, yes? Stay safe, Miss Hilal. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Melis. You're welcome. See you again. Thank you, Mrs. Tutku. Be safe. Thank you so much. That's my job. I'm making time fast. Thank you. I appreciate it. That was a joke. Thank you so much. See you on another day, on another lesson. Bye bye. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.